What if everything you believe about life is not what it seems? What if humanity itself is not natural, not free, not even truly real in the way we think, but part of something larger?
Earth's rotation stable.
Monitoring atmospheric pressure. All green.
What if we are an experiment? Imagine every joy, every sorrow, every victory, every mistake recorded, studied, measured. Imagine being born into a world where every step, every thought, every dream is part of a test you never agreed to take. That is the possibility we are going to explore. And once you allow yourself to step into this idea, you may never see the world the same way again. From the very beginning, humans have searched for answers. We stared at the stars, wondering where we came from. We have studied the patterns of nature, tracing the codes of DNA, the laws of physics, the mysteries of the mind. The more we discover, the more it feels precise, designed, structured. Was this all a chance, or is there an unseen hand guiding every step? Think about our own behavior. When we study animals, we put them in cages. We test medicines on them. We build mazes to see how they react. What if Earth itself is our cage? A sealed lab floating in space, carefully designed so we cannot escape, cannot interfere with others, cannot know the truth. Perhaps the silence of the universe is no accident. Perhaps it is enforced. What if we are not allowed to hear the voices of other civilizations because the experiment requires isolation? And then comes the hardest question. Why so much pain? Why is suffering built into the fabric of life? Why must everything we love be taken from us eventually? In science, stress reveals truth. Pressure brings out the real nature of the subject. Could every disaster, every heartbreak, every war be a variable in the test? Could we be pushed to our limits, not out of cruelty, but because data is only meaningful when humans are forced to show what they truly are? Look back through history. A child in Mesopotamia carving the first words into clay. A monk in China searching for peace beneath a mountain. A woman in Africa protecting fire through the night to keep her tribe alive. We see these as turning points of culture, sacred parts of our story. But to an observer, they might be milestones in an experiment, data points on a timeline, proof that the species has reached a new stage. Do you ever feel history repeats itself? Wars rising and falling, empires built and destroyed, cycles of peace and chaos? Maybe the experiment resets. Maybe we've been tested many times before, and what we call history is only the latest round. Even our myths hint at this. Stories of floods wiping out the world, legends of golden ages lost, tales of civilizations destroyed by fire or by the gods. What if these are not only stories, but memories of earlier experiments? Failed trials, restarted timelines. The puzzle pieces are there, but we rarely stop to ask, why do so many cultures share the same warnings? Religion deepens the mystery. Across every culture, humans believe in higher powers watching us. Gods above, spirits within, creators shaping our destiny. Was this only imagination, or did our instincts know the truth that eyes have always been on us? Maybe prayers are not only expressions of faith, but signals in an experiment, showing how humans cope with fear, hope, and death. Now look at modern times. In just a few centuries, we went from horses to rockets, from letters carried on foot to instant communication across the world. Knowledge grows at a speed that feels unnatural. Is all of it our own discovery? Or has someone been feeding us fragments, step by step, just enough to keep the experiment moving? Think about it. Nuclear weapons, artificial intelligence, genetic editing. These inventions could save us or destroy us. If humanity is an experiment, the most important question is why? What are they trying to learn? When we study animals, we test behavior, health, intelligence, and survival. Could we be the same? Maybe the test is to see if intelligence always destroys itself. Or maybe the test asks whether compassion can outweigh cruelty. Can a species overcome instinct and create something higher than survival? Or will it always fall back into greed and violence? But what if the experiment has an end date? Every test does. Could we already be near the final stage? Look at the signs around us: environmental collapse, endless wars, rapid, uncontrollable technology, social divisions tearing us apart. Are these not exactly the kind of pressures that would be introduced near the end of an experiment to see if the subject rises or breaks? And if there is an end, who decides the result? Who decides if humanity has passed or failed? And what happens when the test is over? Do we continue into something greater? Do we join others who passed their trials? Or are we simply erased, like a chalkboard wiped clean? Yet even in this thought, there is power. If life is an experiment, then nothing is meaningless. Every laugh, every tear, every choice matters. You are not random. You are data. You are proof. You are a piece of a story bigger than you could ever imagine. Perhaps the watchers are not looking for failure at all. Perhaps they are waiting for something extraordinary. Maybe they want to see if humanity can break free from its cage, if we can evolve into something beyond violence and fear. Because if humanity is an experiment, then the ending has not been written. The next chapter is still blank. And the truth is this: you are helping to write it. Every decision adds to the story. Every action carries weight. The experiment is not only about humanity as a whole, it is about you. So ask yourself, if someone is watching, what do you want them to see? Do you want them to see fear or hope? Do you want them to see cruelty or compassion? Do you want them to see destruction or the first sparks of something greater? Maybe the real test has never been about science at all. Maybe it is about the soul. Maybe the observers are not measuring intelligence or technology, but something deeper: our ability to love, to forgive, to rise even when everything seems lost. If that is true, then every act of kindness, every moment of courage, every small victory matters more than we can imagine. Think of a child offering food to someone hungry. Think of a stranger risking their life to save another. Think of the millions of quiet sacrifices people make each day for those they love. If humanity is an experiment, then maybe these are the real answers, the results that matter most. So as you drift towards sleep, let your mind wander. Picture the universe as a great laboratory. Picture Earth as the glowing sphere inside it. Picture billions of humans, each one with their own joys, fears, and choices, all part of the test. And then picture yourself, right now, breathing, thinking, existing. You are part of the story. You are part of the data. You are part of the question and part of the answer. And maybe, just maybe, you are more important to the experiment than you realize. Because if humanity is being watched, then the experiment is not only about what we build or what we destroy. It is about who we choose to be. So, what will you choose?